What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another exciting episode. Today we're going to be talking about a new collab color between the hookup tackle and Deps, and that is called the new Boneheur slide swimmers. If you guys are ready, let's get right into today's video. So as you guys know, I currently work for the hookup tackle, and hearing about getting a new color in a slide swimmer that hasn't been done before, I was excited to see what color Butch Brown and Deps kind of came up with. And when I saw that it was like this bone white color, I knew that there was gonna be some places where I fish personally that I think this color is gonna shine, especially in a slide swimmer. So I was pretty stoked on it. The very first day I got this color bait in, I actually ended up catching 3 fish, which is pretty rare for fishing out here, but 3 fish on a slide swimmer 250 in one day. I mean, I'll show you guys the footage now.
Nice. Well, that was sick. 250 Boneheur, the hookup tackle collab. You gotta love it. So sick. That's how they get that Boneheur sometimes, baby. In the mouth. Look at that one. Not bad. Doctor. There it is. Another slide swimmer victim right there. So sick. That Boneheur hookup tackle. That's what it's about. Holy shit. Oh, that was so dirty. That was so sick. Deps 250. That's a nice fish. Nice.
So yeah, it was a pretty awesome day just fishing those walls and just fishing this thing super tight to the walls. Now, the reason why I like this color as much as I do is because when I fish the more darker water, or if the water is stained, so in the examples of where I was catching those fish, the water on that lake is anywhere from 2 to 5 feet visibility, so it's fairly stained. And then obviously in that low light conditions, when you're fishing a wall, the water is pretty dark. It's got that really dark look to it. And when you're fishing a color like bone or something in that similar range, the bait really stands out even on a far cast. So if I make a far cast down the wall, I can see exactly where my bait is and what my bait is doing, so I can like kind of manipulate it a lot easier. So this color really stands out really well in the water, and I think not just for my eyes, but also for the bass's eyes, where they see this white thing, it's low light, and this thing just stands out. It's got a pearl top, and then it kind of turns into this translucent white color here, where you got the scaling, black eyes, a little bit of a red gill in there too to kind of make it more distinguished. And then on the belly, it kind of turns into that just normal white. So a lot of white to this bait. It's just a really good color for that stained water clarity. Even when the sun's out and you're not really fishing shade, it still looks pretty good in the water. So it's a pretty badass color. Overall, it fits in my arsenal because all my other slide swimmers are very natural color that can be fished in clear water or dirty water, sun or shade. But when it comes down to fishing that shaded, really dark waters, I think this is like gonna be my go-to color now for that. Now, after that day I caught those 3 fish, I went back to Ben and said, hey Ben, like, they're eating pretty good at the lake with that new color, like, let's go out. So I decided to do a guide trip with Ben, and he actually ended up catching 2 himself.
Fuck, dude. That's 2 bites in 5 fucking minutes. No, yeah, sometimes they do eat it way up.
You got him? You got him? Not the one I missed, but still. Boneheur. Nice, dude. Oh, yeah. Nice one. Woo. Sick. Yeah, that's right. Fired up. Let's do it again.
It doesn't really matter. See, my boat's never normally like this. This close? Yeah, this is ridiculous. Why are you this close? Well, because you can only cast right here.
I didn't say I could only catch.
And I don't want to watch you pitching.
What are you talking about? I got everything
Your
down.
pitching is
Well, I nailed it now.
awful.
Dude, fuck yeah. Okay. Dude, fuck yeah. Right here, dude. Oh, fucking amazing, dude. Dude, that was nasty. That was dirty. Dude, that was fucking roll. Oh my god. That scared the fucking shit. I never seen you move so fast, dude. You can move. That was nasty. That was so badass. Bro, right on the surface. Dude, that fish. He came from the wall. It hit the wall. Did you see that? It hit the wall and bounced off, and he must have been inside. I mean, he absolutely smoked it. Got line everywhere. Relax, 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 relax.
That's a healthy one.
Yeah, that's a beautiful fish.
250.
Big eyes. Fat belly. Hell yeah. So sick. Hell yeah, dude. Sick. Boneheur, baby. Slide swimmer 250. Beautiful fish, Jeff. Oh yeah. Beautiful. You got it, girl.
So yeah, that one that ate it right next to the boat, that was one of the coolest eats I've ever seen. What had happened earlier that day is Ben had missed a pretty good bite in that little section before. So I was like, all right, let's like give it some time and then we'll come back and then we'll fish it from a completely different angle. And we got super tight to the wall and Ben's gliding it super tight to the wall. I remember seeing Ben just gliding the bait, and the bait was just going in and out, in and out. And then it went right back into the wall. And I remember seeing this super brown, fired up fish just come up and just destroy it. I mean, it was probably 10 feet from the boat when it ate it. It was like one of the coolest eats I've seen in a very, very long time. But that was super dope. That was a super nice fish, you know, mid to high 6-pounder. And Ben was stoked. I was stoked. It was one of the coolest eats. And it was awesome to get Ben out there and kind of get him on some fish too, because he hadn't thrown a slide swimmer in close to a decade. So that was really fun. And then after that, we had Butch Brown come into town and shoot a video for the hookup tackle. That video should come out here pretty soon as well. It was really dope getting Butch Brown on the rig. And luckily enough, we were able to get him on a fish. So I can now say that Butch Brown has caught a slide swimmer fish out of my boat. Like, that's really, really cool in my opinion. This color is going to be made in the 250 size, the 175 size, and the 145 and the 115 size. So it's going to be a broad color in all of the sizes. So if you're just a pond guy or a tournament guy, you can go with the smaller size like a 115, a 145, or even like a 175. If you're a big bass trophy hunter, obviously the 175 and the 250 are going to fit right in your alley. If you guys have a place where they just absolutely destroy like this kind of color, bone, white, any of that kind of stuff, this thing is going to be absolutely killer. Now, the rod that I am using right now for my slide swimmers, this is a Deps Dom driver. It's an 8-foot, pretty much extra heavy rod. It throws a 250 super, super well. I mean, the rod was designed for the slide swimmer, and it does it really, really well. The reel that I have on here is the Daiwa Z2020. This is the Deps collab. So it's a much faster gear ratio reel than the normal Z2020s, which I really like because you're able to keep in contact with the bait with just the reel because it picks up line so much. So you don't have to use a whole lot of rod to keep up with the bait. I can just kind of use the reel to manipulate the bait whenever I want to. So I can get it to hang there and then get it to dart really quickly and then hang there again. And I feel like that's what triggers a bite. So having that faster reel, I feel like is perfect for the slide swimmers. The line, anywhere from 20-pound fluorocarbon to 25-pound fluorocarbon. Right now I've got it on 20-pound fluorocarbon. It works just great. So that is the setup. That is the new hookup tackle collab Boneheur slide swimmer series. It is going to be dropping this Sunday over at the hookup tackle 11/20/22. So if you guys wanted to check them out, this will be a one-time drop and it is going to be limited quantity. So if you guys wanted to try out this color in any of the sizes, check it out. It's going to be available this Sunday. So thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, go out there and chase your dreams.